things have been corrected. And Scott is ready to go. Get us underway in this fifth and final. The Mustangs, the Big West champions. USC, number 14 in the country. Something's got to give. And Adanya Famuina with the first attack attempt. Free ball opportunity coming back to the Trojans. Over on to Reese Messer. That is down.
It's just so hard to recover if you're Cal Poly when you give up a free ball like that. USC's playmakers have been so keen to respond when that happens tonight. That's why they've come back.
Megan Verbeest back to serve. Outside it is Bashir, off the block, handled well by the Trojans. In the middle is Leah Ford, couldn't be handled. And that's a big natural point for SC.
Can't be making these mistakes right now if you're Cal Poly at this stage in the game. Haven't been the same since that second set. They have to regroup right now. Have 2 timeouts to work with if they want them.
Serve into the net there. That is the 14th service error in the match for USC compared to 9 for Cal Poly. Emmy Bullis, the 5'1" setter, 5th-year senior, trying to extend her final season. Famuina off the block. Bashir into the block, recycle. Back to Bashir. Bullis goes to the right side, and Thalkin works it off the block and out, and we're tied.
Great response from Falcon after USC put 2 on him. Cal Poly, like USC, has done a good job of capitalizing on mistakes. They just know if they can hit a little bit harder than they've done these past 2 sets, they'll have a chance.
Famuina, 2 hands it over, handled well by Hurriet. Good diving save by Taylor Deckert. Mullen trying to go cross court, misses wide. The intensity inside Galen Center has risen to 10. Bullis to serve again. Bump set a little out of system. Messer says no problem. I'll set up my big outside hitter in Famuina. Reese Messer trying to capitalize on an amazing true freshman season. Cal Poly's Charlotte Kelly trying to do the same. She's also a true freshman in the middle, and she gets a kill.
Yeah, Kelly's done a phenomenal job when she's been called upon. A little bit more quiet than she was last match, but right there in the middle.
Kendall Bashir with such a dynamic jump spin serve, somehow handled by USC. Free ball opportunity now for the Trojans. Outside, it's Mullen in the left side in this rotation. Oh, a center line violation called on USC. Went underneath the net a little bit too much. I think either a whole foot went over that center line. Now it's Kendall Bashir back to serve once again. This is a key server for the Mustangs. That's why, overpass opportunity. Frederick gets it to go.
Frederick, we've talked about other players coming alive. She's been a player that's come alive here in the back half of this game. It's the little float attempt over right in the middle of Weejay and Deckert. Too much for them to handle.
16 kills now for Emma Frederick and 12 digs. A big double-double for Cal Poly as USC has to take their first time out of this 5th set. For more on this matchup, let's go to our Nia Satterfield Brown.
just to emphasize the gravity of this fifth set here. I mean, both of these teams clearly know how to compete, but the stakes are different for both. USC's Brad Keller has never made it past round 2 as a head coach. And then on the other side, Cal Poly is having their best season under head coach Carolyn Walters. The program is doing incredibly well. However, the battle continues. First to 15. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nia. USC actually has 5-set experience against a Big West team this year, and it is a team that Cal Poly has battled throughout the year. That is UC Santa Barbara. They were some of the top teams you could find in the Big West Conference in 2025, and USC won their 5-set thriller back on September 5th. For Cal Poly, of course, this is a meeting against USC that hasn't happened since 2012. And these are two proud programs fighting it out in the 5th and final.
Think about how tired Cal Poly must be. 10th set in the last 24 hours.
Doesn't look it as Kendall Bashir rips an ace.
Match is still far from over, all things considered, but there's certain teams that know that they might not be playing tomorrow. Cal Poly is certainly looking at right now in this pitch.
Mullen going sharp angle, handled well by Cal Poly. Through the block and down, Emma Frederick. And Cal Poly hits 8 first. We'll switch sides. USC has a lot to catch up in this 5th set. Down by 5. The Mustangs feeling it offensively.
And I said it earlier, I just don't know if USC was ready for Frederick's wrath here in this second part of this game after the second set. I mean, she's up to 17 kills, started the game digging out pretty much everything on the backside, up to 13 digs as well, but she's been the MVP tonight for Cal Poly.
Has had to shoulder the amount of attack attempts as well with 44. Bashir on a great serving run. 4 passers for USC. In the middle is Leah Ford. What a dig by Alif Hurriet. Falcon on the right side. That's put away.
I mean, Hurriet just sacrificed herself to make that dig as there's a timeout by USC, but it's all coming together right now for Cal Poly in this set. After 3 and 4 that really didn't show a lot of this cohesion, they're really setting up their attackers well.
9-3. The second and final timeout called by USC. This is the huddle that they've been doing all year and throughout Brad Keller's career. He wants his team to meditate, to basically breathe together and meet each other energy-wise. And it is certainly what they need right now to try to connect again, bring the energy again. Cal Poly certainly has that energy right now, up 6.
Mentioned the conversation I had with Coach Keller this week, and said he loves the way that we're talking, but of course that can always be improved, especially when USC's down. Communication is going to be massive down the stretch here, where USC can't afford to make any mistakes or have any sort of miscommunications.
You see on the bottom of your screen, USC looking to advance for the first time since 2017 out of the second round. Cal Poly for the first time since 2007. The last time they were in the tournament, the Mustangs in 2019 were able to knock off Georgia, but ended up losing to Stanford, the eventual champion. That one is over. Opportunity for USC. Famuina dug up by Hurriet. Frederick into the block. That's picked up. Good pickup by Messer. Mullen. Blocked back and down Leah Ford.
And then 6 consecutive points for Cal Poly. And Leah Ford, when she's been called upon to create some traffic in the middle, she's done that all night. But got to give a lot of credit to her yet. Now up to 15 digs to lead all players.
Good swing out of the middle for Charlotte Kelly. And Cal Poly has hit 10 first.
Talked about Charlotte Kelly, not the flashiest player for Cal Poly, but hitting 375 yesterday, up to 375 as well tonight.
Marino Farrell back in to serve. Outside, it's London Weejay, off the block and out. Needed that for the side out and her 10th kill of the night.
She started to find her way. Still needs to do a bit more, though, if USC wants to come back. They're going to be relying on her a lot as Danny Thomas-Nathan begins to serve.
USC finding themselves 5 points from tying it back up. Cal Poly is 5 points, now 4 away from advancing. London Haberfield back in to serve for Cal Poly. Back one, Mia Taverdi. London Weejay picked up by Bashir. Lelouge popped up. Mullen high off the block. Frederick blasts away, no touch called. It is out of bounds. Think we're going to get a challenge from Cal Poly. Well, the green card was grabbed but not shown, so we'll play on.
Talked about it earlier, but it's extending the play. That's what USC has had to do. Got to give credit to Weejay, that time sacrificing her body.
Lelouge, good dig by Mullen. Little miscommunication, though, on the counter attack. And Cal Poly will take a big side out.
Talked about it. Can't make those mistakes right now if you're USC. But zeroing out a little bit. Mullen's done such a good job on that side. Taverdi's got to take a little bit more initiative.
Weejay. Put back over. Still an opportunity for the Trojans. The slide is great for Taverdi.
When she covers that much ground, it's usually good things for USC. That time she took a ton of initiative, got in the way, keeping USC alive.
Lelouge, good connection in the middle for Cal Poly. They are closing in.
I mean, we're on the verge of, if Cal Poly can get these 2 points, a program-defining win for the Mustangs after what happened last night. Witnessing possible history here tonight, Matt.
That's in! And we are at match point off the Ella Scott ace. We will get a challenge from USC.
And I think that was in. They're showing it again on the video board here.
USC is challenging that the ball was out.
What a serve.
Ella Scott has been just that, a serving specialist throughout her career with Cal Poly. Her mom, Stacy, played volleyball at Weber State. Brother Tucker played football at Utah. Dad, Lance, also played football. And he was in the NFL as well for a bit. Impressive athleticism in that family has shown tonight as Ella Scott is the star right now for Cal Poly.
The ball is in. USC loses the challenge.
That is the third service ace for Scott in this match. It is match point for Cal Poly. Over on two, Emmy Bullis, the fifth-year senior, helps Cal Poly represent the Big West, going to the round of 16, beating USC, the 4 seed, in 5 sets.
Wow, I mean, first of all, what a match here at Galen Center. The Mustangs playing 10 sets in 2 days. Didn't let that get to them. Going up 2-0 on USC. Got to give credit to the Trojans for keeping their fight, but when it was all said and done, Cal Poly made less mistakes tonight, Matt.
What a match where Cal Poly took the first 2 sets, took control, seemed like they were on their way. But as you said, Casey, USC fought their way back into it, really dominated in that 4th set. Seemed like they were on their way to a 5th set victory. But as we look at the moment of the game, Cal Poly celebrates thanks to the performance of Kendall Bashir and the rest of that front row as they were able to truly lead Cal Poly offensively